My buddy Butch contacted me and told me he'd gotten a new trailer for his Goldwing, and he wanted to install the plug-and-play harness on his wing to power the trailer. So I told him to come on over and I'd fix him up, and I thought I'd show you how it goes. This is a pretty simple installation. It's comprised of two pieces. There's a plug-in for the Goldwing wiring harness, and that plugs directly into the second piece, the relay package. That leaves us with just two other things to hook up. There are a pair of power leads that we're going to run up to the front to the battery. And then we've got the 5 output wires. We're going to wire a plug onto the end of those that'll connect to the trailer. The kit also comes with an inline fuse and some assorted hardware that you need to hook up everything. You also get a set of instructions with this kit that has a nice clear diagram that shows you how everything hooks up and what functions are on what colors of wires. Now the tools you need are pretty common. You'll need a 5mm and 6mm Allen bit to take the plastic pieces and the seat off of your bike. And I also find that it's helpful to have a stiff piece of wire, a coat hanger or something like that, to help you run those power leads from the back of the bike through the plastic and up under the seat. I've got a few wiring tools here, strippers, cutters, and some crimpers, and of course some vinyl tape. So let's get to it here and see what we're doing. After we take off the seat, the left side cover, and the rear center fender, I'm just plugging in that sub-harness to the plugs on the bike, and the instructions tell me exactly which plugs to plug into. Next, I've already run that wire between the saddlebag and the fender. Now I'm going to attach the red and the black power leads, and I'm going to gently pull that through to get the relay package seated up here in a gap between the trunk and the saddlebag. Now I'm going to plug that sub-harness and the relay package together. And I'm going to try to make this clean here. Butch has got quite a few lights on his bike, so if you've got a lot of lights, this space is going to be a little bit tight. If you don't have a lot of stuff, you're going to have plenty of room to tuck all this. Now I'm going to clean up my installation a little bit here. I like to wrap up these wires. It provides a little added protection and a little weatherproofing. And it just makes it easier to keep everything secure. I'm going to zip tie this in place, and then I'm going to hook up those two power leads in the front. Now the inline fuse comes with the wire looped together. Now you just want to cut it in the middle. Okay, here we are at the front. I'm going to attach one of the ring terminals to the ground lead. Now I've already installed the butt splice and the other ring terminal to the inline fuse. You'll see it laying right there. What I'm doing now is I'm cutting this power lead to length because adding the inline fuse is going to add some length. So after I do that, I'm going to crimp the other side of the butt connector onto that red power lead, and I'll be ready to attach everything. Now, one of the things I like to do is just take a little notch out of those ring terminals. That allows me to slide them into place instead of taking those bolts out and then having to fiddle with trying to get all those accessories back on the terminals. After I do that, I'm going to hook up a voltmeter and I'm going to check the voltage output of each of the leads to make sure that everything's working the way it should be. The black lead on the voltmeter goes to the ground, and then I check each one of the other 4 wires. You're going to get a positive 12 volts on the running lights. You're going to get 12 volts on the brake lead when the brake is grabbed. And then the voltage is going to fluctuate on the turn signals as they go up and down. So if that's what you see when you hook up the voltmeter, then you know everything's working like it should. Now I'm going to crimp this connector, this matching plug for the trailer, onto the end of this. You can solder it if you choose. I find that once these things are put into place, a crimp is just fine. I'm going to check this with a test light just one more time to make sure everything's working like it should, and then I'm going to wrap everything again with some vinyl. And once that's done, well, then we can start trying to get the plastic back on. And we're going to hook up the trailer for one final test. Running lights. And you want to grab the brake. Okay, we got brake and left turn. Okay, and the right turn. Alright. Now if you'd like to order one of these kits, it's right here on my website. You go to Parts and Accessories, Trailer Wiring, and then choose the Goldwing Trailer Wiring Harness. The kit that I installed is already chosen by default here. It's the 5-wire kit with a plug for the 2001 to 11 Goldwing. If you have a 4-wire trailer, you can choose the 4-wire kit option. And if you have a different model year of wing, then you'll want to specify a slightly different subharness. Well, that's it for this video. Until next time, this is Dale Coiner for Open Road Outfitters, wishing you many happy journeys.